What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Carly. Nice to meet you. I am a birth and postpartum doula specializing in home birth, and this is a series that I've created called The Sounds of Labor, where I'm taking you through each stage and giving you some real raw footage of what these stages can possibly look and sound like to hopefully help you feel more adequately prepared for your birth. As a birth doula, I began to notice a consistent theme coming up with my clients during our postpartum visit. There was always this one moment where almost every single one of my clients would break into tears and just become really emotional reflecting on their birth experience. And almost every single time, they would say something along the lines of, I wish I hadn't let myself get so out of control, or I'm disappointed about how loud I was, or I can't believe that I screamed like that. And the objective of this series is to eliminate the shame that tends to arise after a labor experience by providing some real life examples of what you might look like, sound like, or feel like during each stage of labor. And in today's video, I will be showing stage 1 of labor, and more specifically zooming in on phase 1, early labor. If you haven't seen the other videos in this series, I will link the entire playlist right here for you so that you can go and watch all the episodes to get the full picture. Before we jump into it, if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would love to have you as a part of this empowering community, and be sure to hit that notification bell as well so that you know whenever my new videos go live. I upload every single week, and as usual, I will be including all of the timestamps down below so that you can stay for the parts you want and leave the rest. With all that said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video of the sounds of labor. Okay, here's our starting point for early labor. You'll likely notice that contractions are happening with some space between them, probably every 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll still be able to talk through them. You don't feel the need to stop and breathe. You might be up and moving and continuing about your day. Here you'll see I am about to go on a walk and just binding my belly up. You'll likely be able to just continue ignoring these contractions. The actual sounds that you're making during this part of early labor usually aren't very vocal or loud, but might manifest as some deep breathing and just generally vocalizing to the people around you that you are experiencing them. Let's fast forward a couple hours later and see what types of sounds we hear as early labor progresses. Hold on. Having a contraction. As early labor progresses, you might begin to notice that those contractions you could once talk through are getting a little bit more difficult to ignore. At this point, you might find you have to stop and breathe through them whenever they're at their peak, but once they pass, you might still be able to chat normally, be able to laugh and carry on, and remain generally unbothered when they aren't happening. As you can see here, I am upright, stationary on a yoga ball, eating food, sitting in a brightly lit room, and the contractions are lasting around 30 to 45 seconds and coming every 2 to 3 minutes. And when they aren't happening, I am able to just be my normal self, and I'm not really struggling to process my emotions or how I feel or anything that's happening to me physically. The contractions, when they come, are intense enough to breathe through, but other than that, I am kind of hanging out as I usually would. Now, let's take a look at another contraction that happened maybe like 30 minutes later when things were beginning to intensify, but were still considered in early labor. I did not anticipate being able to have another week to I'm having another contraction. Yeah, I didn't anticipate having the chance to come home and have this happen like in the next 7 days, no less. it happening hopefully today. Just like that. That does it for stage 1, phase 1 early labor. If you'd like to watch the full uncut footage of my entire labor, then click here. And if you're ready to watch stage 1, phase 2 active labor, then click here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.